happened quickly. The unraveling was slow. It moved the way a certainty becomes a question, in the place where certainties go, to wait for their revision, to sit inside the doubt. The slow unraveling arrived before I named it, and named itself on the way out. It did not feel like breaking. It felt more like a scene that had been holding longer than its thread could manage, against the pull of what I mean. By everything, by full, by honest, by the life I had not lived. The slow unraveling was not a failure. It was the most that something held can give. Slowly, and then completely, the way a truth arrives that has been waiting for the asking. Slowly, and then entirely, the man I was became the man I am. A slow unraveling was simply that, a change of name. It did not finish painlessly, but it finished with precision. The unraveling arrived at what was underneath it, at the bottom of the vision of myself, at what was real, at what was actual, at what had been there through the years. The slow unraveling was not destruction. It was the clearing of the atmosphere. It did not happen quickly, and it should not have. It needed all the time it took to teach me what the speed of healing lacks. The slow unraveling was mercy in the disguise of loss. The slow unraveling was worth every single cost. There is a man who carries things that most men put down long ago. He carries them not out of failing, but from a loyalty to what they know. He carries the shape of what was felt most fully. He carries the warmth of who he loved with care. He carries not the weight of it as burden, but as evidence that he was really there. And watching him, you would not call it suffering. You would call it something closer to devotion. The carrying has made him more substantial, has given him a certain quality of motion that comes from holding something all the way through, from not releasing what has not released him. The things he carries forward make him fuller, not in spite of what they cost, because of them. What I carried forward was not the pain. What I carried forward was the proof of what remained. After the pain had done its full instruction, after the loss had taught me what it came to teach, what I carried forward is the most of what I am, the part that made it into reach. I carried forward every honest moment, every instant when the feeling spoke without disguise. I carried forward every time I chose to open, when the easier choice was to exercise a careful distance, to retreat, to manage. Instead I stayed inside the actual and real. And what I carried forward from all of it is a man who knows exactly what to feel. What I carried forward is the best of it. What I carried forward is the rest of it. After everything that could not last has passed, what I carried forward is my own at last. Let me, won't you pass the reasonable, past the part of me that counts the cost. Let me, won't you pass the careful and the measurable, into the territory of the lost, and found into the place where all accounting surrenders to the fact of what is felt. Let me walk you past the structures I constructed into everything the wanting has dealt. Let me carry this without apology, without the translation into acceptable, without the version that I present for others, without the careful and the correctable. Let me carry it in its actual dimension, in the size it occupies inside my chest, which is considerable, which is total, which is larger than I have ever expressed. When wanting becomes prayer, it is the truest form of reaching. When wanting becomes prayer, it surpasses all the teaching about restraint and dignity and measured, and becomes the simple human call of a man who has surrendered to the wanting with the whole of all. Let me love you past the fear of the return, past the question of what comes back to meet it. Let me love you with the knowledge that the loving is complete in itself, complete and worth the full investment of the total, worth the everything I have and have not said. When wanting becomes prayer, it needs no answer. It is the answer living in its stead. And I have held this wanting every morning in the language of the privately sincere. And what has come back is not reassurance, but something more sufficient. You are here. When wanting becomes prayer, I am the most of me. When wanting becomes prayer, I am entirely free of everything that kept me from the depth of this, of you. Something remained when everything else had the good sense to go. Something persisted in the part of me that holds on to what the logical portions let go. I did not name it for a long time, did not give it the attention it required. Just let it live in the unvisited interior, in the part that time has not retired. And then a moment came that asked the question of what exactly it was that remained. And I looked inside and found it waiting quietly, entirely intact and unexplained. It was not grief. Grief has a clear trajectory. It was not longing in the ordinary sense. It was something more specific, something personal, with a presence that was permanent and dense. The part that never left is the part that loved you first. The part that never left survived the best and the worst of everything I went through, past the ending, past the years of the rebuilt and alone. The part that never left is still entirely yours. The part that never left was never going home. And I understand now that some things do not move, that love of a sufficient depth becomes structural. It holds the self together at a level below the conscious and the instructable. The part that never left was not a weakness, not a failure of my will to carry on. It was the most honest architectural feature of everything I am and always was. And I have stopped resisting its persistence, stopped calling it by names that make it wrong. The part that never left deserves acknowledgement. It has been faithful and it has been strong. The part that never left is not a wound. The part that never left has kept the room of what I know about love warm. The part that never left is where I live, in the truth of it still. I have a practiced way of managing the feeling, a method for the keeping of the held, a studied calm that passes for composure in the company of everyone except myself. It has served me in the formal and the public, in the places where the personal is priced. But it has cost me something in the private, something that the composer sacrificed. And the cost is accumulating now, the managed version running out of room, the feeling pressing at the constructed boundaries, arriving at the tightest part of whom I chose to be the chosen limitation, the self I offered as the full account, and something underneath the chosen version has exceeded the permitted amount. And I can feel it coming to the surface, past the architecture of the control, past the years of the precisely calibrated, past every careful thing I have been told. Requires preparation before the close can finally be disclosed. Oh, open without permission, open without the planned occasion, open without the carefully constructed framework for the safe presentation of myself. Just open, just a ride, just a full and undefended delivery of everything I am and everything I feel. Open without permission, open without ceremony, open, finally real. And the strange thing about the breaking open is how ordinary the inside feels, like it had been waiting for the question, and the question finally came, and now it kneels before nothing. It stands, it simply stands in the clarity of having been released. And what was terrifying in the approach, in the arrival, is a kind of peace. Open without permission, open without plan, open for the first time as the actual man I am. Not the version, not the offered, not the managed and maintained. Open without permission, open, uncontained. The cost of keeping everything together was paid in pieces I did not account for. In every moment where the truth was standing, waiting to be said, and I said something smaller. The cost was in the increments of silence, in every choosing of the shorter, safer call. The cost of keeping was not paid at once, it was paid across the years, the cost of all. And I kept on keeping past the point of reason, past the point where keeping served a purpose, past the point where the maintained and the managed was anything more than performance at the surface. The cost of keeping is the self you do not show. The cost of keeping is the depth you do not go into, the love you do not give completely, the truth you hold until the timing's right. The cost of keeping is the life you almost lived. The cost of keeping is the loss of the actual life. And I have paid it, I know every detail of what the keeping cost me across the years. I'm done with the accounting, done adding to the ledger of the fees. Let the cost be done, let the keeping end. Let the man who held it all in careful balance finally come around the bend, into the open, into the actual, into the life that the keeping almost stole. Let the cost of keeping become the profit of an honest and arriving soul. This is not the kind of love that asks permission, not the kind that checks the temperature before, not the kind that calibrates its presentation to arrive at what you're ready to adore. This is the kind that comes without a warning, that does not reduce itself for comfort's sake, that does not know how to be less than total, that does not know the language of the fake. I have tried the other kind, the proportioned, the kind that keeps one hand upon the door, safely, but the measured kind is always leaving more on the table than it brings, always missing the full account of what the love includes. And what I want to give you is the total, the love that never learned to be subdued, yeah. Love that doesn't negotiate, doesn't come in portions and in parts. Love that doesn't negotiate, doesn't check the terms before it starts. It simply is enormous and unedited, delivered past the reasoning, and the afraid love that doesn't negotiate is the only kind I ever should have made. And the risk is that the total is too much, that you reach for something smaller and more certain. But I would rather bring the full amount and lose than hold it back behind a careful curtain. Love that doesn't negotiate has been what I have carried all along. Love that doesn't negotiate is what I bring, and what I bring is strong enough to be exactly what it is, without apology for size or depth. Love that doesn't negotiate is every honest breath. Grief has good posture. It sits straight and patient. It does not slouch or make demands of time. It occupies whatever space you offer, and makes that space feel simultaneously mine, and not mine shared between the two of us. Grief and I have learned to cohabitate. It keeps its side, and I keep mine most mornings, and we have reached a functional, if fragile, state. Grief has good manners. It rarely interrupts, unless the quiet gives it too much room. Then it expands to fill what's unattended, and makes itself at home in every unguarded view. of something that we share, a quality of feeling that matches nothing that I find today. Grief points it out with impeccable precision, then settles back and lets me find my way. Grief has good posture.
Grief has good posture.
Grief has staying power.
Grief has staying power.
Grief has made itself entirely at home. Grief has the patience of the permanent and faithful. Grief understands that I am not alone. As long as what we had is worth the grieving, as long as what I lost was real and deep, grief will keep its posture, grief will keep its counsel, grief will keep me honest in my sleep. And I have come to see it as a testament to the significance of what was shared. You do not carry grief for the forgettable. You carry it for what you would not have traded. Even knowing how the story ended, grief has good posture. Grief is company, the kind that only comes when what you loved was worth the loss of everything. There is a closeness that precedes the language, that exists before the word arrives to hold it. A proximity of two people in the actual, before the story of what happened can be told. I have been in that proximity with you, where the space between us carried more than words, where every breath was dense with something unnamed, and every silence was the loudest thing I heard. And I have tried to place it in a sentence, have tried to give the closeness its description, but everything I reach for falls beside it and lands in something smaller than the fiction. It is not passion, though it contains that. It is not love, though love is somewhere in it. It is the thing beneath what has a name, the substance that the labels only skim at. Closer than explanation, closer than the word, closer than the story that is afterward referred to as the thing between us. No, the thing between us is not afterward. It is the now of it, the present, the alive. Closer than explanation is the only place where you and I survive. And I have stopped trying to explain it, have stopped requiring it to have a frame, because the frame diminishes the feeling, and what we have is never fit a frame. What we have is closer than the language, is deeper than the version I produce. When asked to give an account of what I feel, it is its own entire, unreduced. Closer than explanation, closer than I've been to anything that matters, to anything that's real. Closer than explanation is where I live with you. I had survived the complicated, I had moved through the dramatic and the hard. I had kept myself intact through the enormous. I had kept my composure and my guard. Through everything that should have been undoing, through every test of magnitude and scale, it was never the enormous that reached me. It was always something small that broke the veil. The simple things, the unannounced arrivals of ordinary moments with your weight in them. The way a certain quality of feeling could arrive and instantly dismember them. All my practice structures, all my managed, all my careful architectures fell to things so small I never thought to guard against them. Things I had no method to repel. Undone by something simple, not the grand or the dramatic, something simple. Still undone, still standing in the clearing of every wall that came undone. Because of you, because of the particular simple fact of you. There is a weight to being known that is different from the weight of being alone. It is heavier in the moments of the seeing, when another holds what you have honestly shown, of the actual, of the real, the unedited, of the version underneath the surface life. The weight of being known is not a burden, it is the gravity of being seen by light. I have hidden well for most of the preceding, have kept the deeper rooms from any view, have offered the presentable and managed, and kept the rest from everyone but you. Because with you the hiding felt dishonest, felt like giving less than what was owed. The weight of being known arrived the moment I stopped choosing what I showed. The weight of being known is the realest weight there is. The weight of being known is everything it gives to a man who has been partial and selected, to a man who has been edited and groomed. The weight of being known is the most expensive, most relieving kind of room. And I stood inside the full exposure, waited for the verdict of your eyes, and what I found was neither judge nor distance, but the steadiness of someone who decides to stay inside the knowledge of the actual, to remain beside the man you've come to see. The weight of being known became the lightest when the knowing didn't make you leave. The weight of being known by you is the only weight I want. The weight of being known is what I've run from and what I've wanted all along. I have lived in portions for so long, delivered halves and kept the rest concealed. I have become so practiced in the partial that the whole felt like too much to be revealed. Not because the whole was too enormous, but because the whole required a witness, someone steady enough to hold it with me, someone who would not mistake the wholeness for weakness. And I was waiting for that kind of steady, was holding back the whole until it came, moving through the years in curated portions, never giving anyone the fullest claim on what I am, not from deficiency, not from any lack of something real to give, but from the absence of the kind of seeing that would make it safe to fully live. Permission to be whole is what I needed all this time. Permission to be whole is what I finally find in the space between us, in the steadiness you bring, in the simple fact of being witnessed without cost. Permission to be whole is the permission to become what I almost lost. And the wholeness is not perfect, let me say that. The whole of me contains the full account. The parts I carry proudly and the others, each arriving in its actual amount. But whole, entire, fully in the room, nothing held behind, nothing kept in reserve. Permission to be whole, I take it. Permission to be whole, I claim it for the first time as the man I am. Nothing curated, nothing managed, nothing offered, anything less than all. After all the distance, and there was distance, after all the years of the maintained remove, after all the careful calibration of how much to feel and how much to prove, after all of that, I arrive at this, at the simple fact of being near you now. After all the distance and all the learning, that the distance brought me back somehow. The distance taught me what I was avoiding. In the language of the present tense, it made the general into the specific, and gave the vague its permanent address. After all the distance, I can name now what the distance was a circling around. The center of the feeling I'd been carrying, and what was at the center? You, I found. After all the distance, I have arrived. After all the distance, what's inside has survived, intact and more certain of its nature, more certain of the thing it's been becoming. After all the distance is the closest I have been to everything. After all the running, and distance is a teacher of a particular kind. It does not give you answers, it gives questions. The answers are at the end of the returning. The answers live where the feeling found possession of what you left and came back to with clarity, of eyes that have been sharpened by the fog. After all the distance, I can see you. After all the distance, here we are. After all the distance, here. After all the distance, near. After all the distance, arrived at last to you, where the distance always pointed. There is an hour in the life of feeling when the managed version has no jurisdiction, when the constructed and the carefully maintained runs out of its own particular ammunition. And what remains is only what is actual, what was always there The honest hour comes for every man, past whatever walls were built in will. And in that hour, I have found you waiting, not with any demand for explanation, but with the particular quality of quiet that precedes every true foundation of two people understanding something that the daylight hours cannot quite allow. The honest hour belongs to us entirely. The honest hour is the only honest vow. The honest hour is when I know exactly. The honest hour is when the actual arrives. The honest hour is when the self stops performing and the love inside it fully comes alive. And what I feel for you in the honest hour is the realest version of the man I am. The honest hour is where I live without the armor. The honest hour is where I fully understand. And I would live inside the honest hour, would give the other hours for it freely, because the managed hours are a slow transaction. And the honest hour is the prophet, is the actual, is the distilled, is the man reduced to what is true. The honest hour is where I finally tell you everything I am, everything I knew. The honest hour every day finds its way through whatever I have built to this, to you, to the honest, to the true. Not the dramatic kind of love, nothing theatrical, nothing that arrives with its own announcement, not the kind that requires a grand occasion or a particular solemn pronouncement. Low and faithful, that is what I am, in the kind of love that does not make a scene, in the choosing that does not need a witness, in the daily and unglamorous and clean. show up for the feeling every morning before it has been dressed for presentation. I love you in the hours before the performable, in the unpolished and original sensation. Low and faithful moves beneath the surface, in the water table of the self. Not the water that is seen and drunk and celebrated, but the water that keeps everything from drought itself. Low and faithful is not less than loud and certain. Low and faithful holds the weight behind the curtain of everything that shows, the visible, the offered. Low and faithful is the root of what is shown. Low and faithful is the man when no one's watching. Low and faithful is the man when he's alone with what he's chosen. And I choose you in the low and faithful hours, in the ones that no one photographs or names. I choose you past the season of the choosing, when the choosing has become the frame for understanding what it means to be here, fully, not performing, not arrived, but present in the low and faithful manner of a love that does not need to be revived, because it never let itself expire. Low and faithful, that is all. Low and faithful, that is the call of everything I am, toward everything you are. Low and faithful, and here I have loved this long, longer than most things, longer than the reasons that I started, longer than the certainty that fueled the beginning, longer than what kept us joined and parted. I have loved through every change of season, through every version of myself I've been. I have loved past what I thought was ending, past what I thought was the conclusion of the scene. And the loving that persists past its occasion is a different kind of love, what begins. It has been tested by the ordinary. It has been asked to hold through all the winds of doubt, of time, of everything that challenges the permanence of what a man holds dear. I have loved this long because the loving was the realest thing I've known, and I am here. I have loved this long, and I have not grown tired of it. I have loved this long, and I have only wanted more of it. The longer that I carry this devotion, the more it is confirmed as true in mine. I have loved this long, and what I feel for you has only deepened with the deepening of time. Because time does not diminish what is real. Time is only hard on what was surface. The things embedded in the actual survive the years and hold their original purpose. And this love, this particular devotion has been so far below the surface that the years have only buried it more deeply in the truth. And what is deeper now than at the start is everything I feel entirely for you. I have loved this long. I will love this longer. I have loved this long, and the loving only grows stronger. Past the reason, past the season, past the question and the doubt. I have loved this long, and I have not yet found the longest that the loving reaches out. Staying has a shape. It is not formless. It has a particular and daily architecture. It is built from small decisions unremarked upon, from choices that require no lecture, no audience, no acknowledgement, no record. Just the man and what he chose and chose again. The shape of staying is assembled quietly from every moment that he chose to remain. Looks like choosing the familiar over easier, like returning to the thing that has been real, like maintaining what was built through the inconvenient, like knowing when to say the thing you feel, rather than the comfortable substitution, rather than the practiced and rehearsed. The shape of staying means arriving at the actual, even when the actual arrives first. The shape of staying is the shape of what I am. The shape of staying is the outline of the man who chose to be here past the invitation, who chose to be here past the obvious end. Oh, the shape of staying is the shape of all my days. The shape of staying is the shape I recommend to the man I used to be. And I have learned the shape so well by now that staying is no longer a decision. It is simply what I do. It is my nature. It has become my only definition of what a man is, present and returning to the same point with the same intention through. The shape of staying is the shape I've chosen, and the shape I've chosen looks exactly like you. The shape of staying is here. The shape of staying is clear, is daily, is chosen, is mine. The shape of staying is the finest shape I've known. I have arrived at the place past the protecting, past the careful and the kept from any view. I have laid the structured distances aside and come to stand entirely before you. Not the version I prepared for introduction, not the aspect I selected and refined, but the whole, the unedited, the actual, the self that lives behind the self-design. And being unguarded is not what I imagined. I thought exposure would be cold and frightening, but there is a warmth to the complete arrival that I find both grounding and enlightening. Because the guarded life required maintenance, required constant management and care. And the unguarded life requires only presence, only the willingness to be exactly there. Unguarded and entire is what I bring you now. Unguarded and entire, past the why and past the how. Every part of me assembled and delivered, every truth intact without revision. Unguarded and entire is the only version that deserves a decision about whether to stay. And I invite the seeing of the total, not because I've made it beautiful or clean, but because the real deserves to be presented. And the real is all that I have ever been. Beneath the managed and the surface and the offered, beneath the years of practicing control, unguarded and entire is the actual. Unguarded and entire, that is the soul. Unguarded and entire, and here unguarded and entire and clear. For the first time in the longest time, unguarded, entire arrived. There was a version of me before the wall, before I learned the vocabulary of distance, before I understood that feeling fully could end in something requiring more resistance. That version was not wiser, but more present. He let the feeling find him without filtering. He let the love be more than contractual. He loved without the need for self-delivering. And somewhere in the building of the necessary became the permanent. The wall erected for a particular season remained past the season, firmly cemented into who I was, into my primary method of existing in the world. Before the wall came up, I knew exactly how to feel. Before the wall came up, the feeling was the real and only version of the man I was becoming. Before the wall came up, I where I wanna return to. Is where I wanna go back. And going back is not regression. It is recovering the quality, the undefended openness, the before, the self that lived before the policy of managed distance, before the rehearsed, before the studied calm, before the held, the man before the wall came up is the man I've been returning to. Toward you before the wall came up was where the best of me was. Before the wall came up, I was entirely capable of this, of you, of all of it. Before the wall came up, I was already home. Of all the things I've given up protecting, of all the walls I've let the years dismantle, of all the careful structures I've abandoned, this is the last and the most fundamental. The last unguarded thing is not a secret, not a fact I kept behind a door of shame. It is the deepest part of what I'm made of, the truest syllable of my own name. I haven't guarded much across this living, have stripped away the practiced and the performed, have let the managed versions fall to quiet, have let the actual arrived and warmed into the space that being open offers, into the life that honesty allows. And what remains is not what I expected, it is everything that every distance vows to teach you. If you travel far enough, that where you started was the destination, and the man who left has come back more complete for the duration of the separation. Arrived at last, past everything I carried, arrived at last into what the distance married me to, the truth of what I am. And what I am is this entirely here. Arrived at last at the only place that was ever worth the years. And standing here at the end of the defended, means he has more to give than he ever thought possible.